I'm Mrs. Clark, principal at Oak Point Elementary. If you walked into our PBL classroom, you will see everyone is engaged in authentic learning. They are able to articulate what they are working on and why they are learning it while mastering our state standards. School is about learning about the real world and developing 21st century skills such as collaborating, critical thinking, creating, and communication skills. Students love project-based learning. They are retaining information that they are researching and are collaborating and sharing their learning within groups. It gives students a passion about what they are learning. Teachers provide our students with a pre-assessment based on our standards so that they can plan their instruction based on the strengths and needs of our students. They differentiate by providing workshops and DIYs and consistently complete formative assessments throughout the process. They never take group grades. They only grade progress made toward individual achievement. Last year, our design team worked diligently on a plan for PBL learning to take place at Oak Point. We brainstormed where we wanted our learning spaces to be located, and we knew we needed to expand areas in our building to provide for soft seating and areas for collaboration.
In our school, we use the Engaged Learning Model with our PBL projects. The Engaged Learning Model has 5 components that are called protocols. The protocols are launch theme, plan, research work, create critique, and share. The first one is the launch theme protocol. The teacher leads the launch protocol. Before launch of a project, students take a quick pre-assessment to check for background knowledge. Then we have a hook activity in which the students make connections between the project topic and their real lives. The hook is that special moment that captures students' interest to learn more about the topic. Hooks can include an event, experience, a guest speaker, a video clip, news summary, or an article. During our launch theme protocol, the students are presented with the challenge brief and project rubric. The challenge brief is a document that outlines the challenge and includes the context for the problem they need to solve, the audience, driving questions, and project requirements. The project requirements are based on the TICs. The driving question is a question the students need to answer in order to solve the problem. This question is open-ended, standard-based, and real-world related. The rubric is the criteria of how students will be assessed on their final products or solution of the problems. After discussing the challenge brief and the rubric with the students meet with their teams. They choose a team name. Members agree to perform different roles, such as project leader, time manager, workshop manager, materials manager, and communication manager. Project leader facilitates the team as they establish norms for working together. Team members sign a team contract. The second protocol is plan. At this time, students analyze and highlight the challenge brief. The teacher will be asking questions to check for understanding. The students will identify the driving question, audience, and record everything on their project plan. Then, they will analyze the rubric and establish team goals for the project. The team will complete a know and need to know list based on problem analysis and needs assessments. Each team will create research questions based on the need to know. Then assign a question to each team member to research. The third protocol is research work. During this protocol, students create and work on a to-do list individually. They may use different resources to gather their research in order to complete their to-do list. Some of the resources students use are books, internet, interviews, and videos. During this time, the facilitator offers workshops and DIYs, or do-it-yourself, for students to participate in order to help answer their need-to-knows. At the end of each day, students come back together with their groups to share what all they learned that day. The fourth protocol is Create Critique. During Create Critique, groups request a crit or feedback from peers, their teacher, or even their real audience early and often. Groups then use their feedback to make changes and refinements if needed. Each team then completes a presentation proposal. The team then meets with the teacher to receive approval for their product or presentation for share. Upon receiving approval, students then begin creating their product or presentation. The final protocol of the engaged learning model is SHARE. The SHARE protocol allows each group to present to an authentic audience. Sometimes the authentic audience are other classes or grade levels, community members, or parents. After each group presents, the audience has the opportunity to ask clarifying questions. The SHARE protocol is a very crucial step in the process because it allows students to share what all they learned, and it makes students feel accomplished because they took ownership of their own learning. For example, this year, students created their own augmented reality for their PBL on Community Helpers. Students were able to bring their products to life using the app Erasma. We then invited other grade level classes to come learn about Community Helpers. Students were then able to share their presentations. PBL has a positive effect on student content knowledge and the development of skills such as collaboration, critical thinking, and problem solving. It benefits students by increasing their motivation and engagement. We have noticed students who typically struggle are more motivated to work harder and get involved. Students are always eager to work on or begin a new PBL.